Okay, so I'm going to share with you a junk journal I made for a swap over at the Junk Journal Junkies Facebook group, and the theme for the swap was the Raven, Edgar Allan Poe, writing and poetry and that kind of a thing. So this is the junk journal that I made, and it's got all the I used a Spellbinders embossing folder for the front cover. It's a 2-inch spine. It has 5 signatures in it. It is pamphlet stitch, 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So let's get into this journal. Okay, so the tie is just a vintage antique lace tie. And so inside the front cover, we have this, I made this little flat pen. It's a little journaling pen. It has a little paper clip on the back so that you can attach it to any page you want, but it does have like a little space right here, a little tuck spot with the little stamp, the feather stamp. The front page has a clip, and it has a little hidden journaling spot. It's also a tuck-in for tags and journal papers and some more collage papers. I'll have to put that on in a minute. Okay. Then there's a tuck spot and a hidden journaling spot here, and this is a preface from a book about Edgar Allan Poe. We've got some one of the quotes from one of his poems, and some stamping and collage. Nice space to journal. Another quote from one of his poems. This is an envelope with journaling space. Another journaling card and stamped page. More stamping. And some pages from a Poe book. And that was The Mask of the Red Death. Some stamping, some more journal cards, another embossed piece, kind of like the cover. Some more journaling cards, stamping and stitching. Some more stamping with some black birds. Fun little journaling card there. This is the other side of that envelope so that you can actually put stuff in there. Some space for journaling. This is a double belly band. It's got a large one and then a smaller one. The smaller one is for littler pieces and things you want to journal. The large one has extra journaling cards, etc. The papers are tea dyed and coffee dyed. Here's a little handmade notebook with some pages for journaling and a hand-drawn image. A nice card with some stitching on it. A little tab with some stamping on it, and another quote from one of his poems, and some stitching, some more stamping, more journal space. Here's a different envelope with a journal area and a card for journaling inside. Some collage papers put together to make a page. This page was all white, and it has some tissue paper, some printed tissue paper put down over it. And we have this little card that's a tip-in with some stitching and stamping. A little bit of collage and stamping. Here's the other half of that envelope bag with a nice fold-out long spot for journaling. Some feathers on it. Here's another quote from one of his poems, and a nice journal card that folds on the outside and goes inside of that bag. Some more stamping, some journal cards and things that can be moved around within the book. Another journal card can be put here or moved around. This is a double tip-in. I think you call this a tip-in, not really sure. But it's just attached at the bottom and the side so that you can put stuff there. And then this is another one here so that this can go in here. That's that. And that was the second signature. And the third signature, this is a collage right here with a quote for Edgar Allan Poe. There's a card inside for journaling, some extra parts and pieces for moving around within the book for journaling and decorating. There's some stitching around this page, a book page from the Raven. Here's an envelope or pocket with card inside for journaling. There's some extra pieces and parts for journaling cards and decorating. Here's a collage with another quote. Here is a cutout, a die-cut typewriter and Raven with some extra journaling pages. Can be used there or moved elsewhere in the book. There's another book page from the Raven. There's a journaling area page with stamping and a tab and stitching. Some more tea-dyed, coffee-dyed paper. And that's the end of the third. Now we're on to the fourth signature. This has two little tiny pockets on the front, and there's some mini journaling cards that can be written on or used as embellishment as you like. There's another one, little tip-in. Here's another tip-in using a book page from the front page of a Poe book and some stitching. Here's another pocket here with some extra papers for journaling and some decorations here. Here is a collaged piece put together page, and that turns into a pocket on this side with more journaling area. Here's another page with another quote and a little tip-in area for tucking items in, some collage, more coffee-dyed, tea-dyed papers, some collage and stamping and stitching, more stamping. Here is a little booklet that you can use for writing things down. It's got Edgar Allan Poe on it. The little decorated paper clip. Some extra pieces for journaling and decorating. Here is another clip with extra pieces for decorating and a little tip-in edge there. There's some collage. Another quote. Another extra piece of embossed paper. And that's the end of the fourth signature, and this is the fifth signature. This is a pocket using a image of an antique envelope. It's got some stamping and a quote from Edgar Allan Poe. This is a little booklet with some collage on the front and some journaling space in the middle and on the back. There's a little card for journaling, another little tag for journaling with stamping, and a large tag with some stitching and lace. Some more of that tea-dyed paper, some some more papers, vintage papers with a tab, some collage and stamping, some printed elements, extra journaling cards, page from an old Poe book. It's a page from a bird watching book. And here is a little collage paper for journaling stuck inside that pocket. Some stitching and stamping and collage. There's a little pocket with some paper, extra journal papers, stamping, and some antique lace. There's a cute little stamp on that page. Another quote. Some collage and stitching on that page, and some more collage and stitching and the antique papers. And then that is the completed book. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope whoever gets this really likes it. I had a whole lot of fun working on it. It's got a lot of fun stuff in it. It's going to be hard to let this one go. I really like this one. But hopefully somebody's going to enjoy it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.